when FCS like kind of mentioned to me that there's a possibility that we could do a signature fin. I think as a surfer, that's like one of the things you dream of, you know? Oh yeah, signature fins. Can't believe I made it. Yeah, no, it's heavy. I'm still, it's been like I've been working on them for like 2 years and I'm still, it hasn't sunk in. It's such a special feeling. I'm so lucky to have my dad being who he is and my uncle. They've been so into fin design or just surf design all together, you know? So they've always kind of drilled it into me how like just performance, or like you just want to be peak performance at all times. You don't even want to mess around. I remember growing up and my dad and my uncle Derek always having like special templates that were, it'd say M.Ho 1 or D.Ho 2 or D.Ho 7 or like 7.4, and I'd just be like, oh my gosh, the dream, look at all these fin templates. But that was like back when they did glass on fins.
And you don't have to be a race car driver anymore. All those years of road rage.
Now I feel like I got like a fin out there that kids and adults can like go relate with me, you know? Maybe if it works really good, they're like, hey, you and me love the same fins. I've tried the Performers or the Carvers or so-and-so's fins, and for some reason your fins work the best for me. But when I made this fin, that was my ultimate goal, was like, what do the people want? What would I want as a kid and as an adult and as a pro and just as like, like a customer, you know? I was like thinking, how can we hit it like all the way out of the park? And I feel like we really got to, because we didn't rush it, you know, and all the people over at FCS, they like take their jobs really serious, like the way like all the computer, all the lines, you know, and the designs, they had all the templates and they show all the lines and it's just crazy. And then there's all the concaves and they let you play with them. We got to play with all kinds of different templates and I got to feel the difference. Like, never really thought I'd get to do that, but it was a special experience. I never thought I could find a fin that works better for me than the Mick Fanning fin. I never thought that, you know, and that was like another big goal for me, is like, how do I get a fin where I could just like use my fin every single session and feel like I'm not sacrificing anything or no performance, or it feels like I'm gonna surf better every time I use my fin. I'm like, how do I even do that? Because Mick's fin's so perfect. But then we did all this research, and then when I did this research, they're like, hey, technically, this fin ain't even really for how you surf. Like, I think it might be mental, and I was like, whoa, what? And then we kind of like looked into it, you know, and it was kind of like, it kind of came down to like, I'm not as fast as Mick maybe, and maybe not as like 3-time world champ as Mick, you know? So I was like, they're just like, hey, you're like you need a little more help here and there, even though you got all of it down. But the whole point is, like, I just was trying to be open to everything, and when they ended up making all these tuning, all this stuff up, that's when the fins like really blew my mind and really opened up my surfing to where I was like, whoa, like it just feels like I'm moving faster. I don't know if it looks like it or whatever, but I'm like, oh, it feels like I'm moving faster. Oh, I'm releasing a little more tail there. Oh, I'm locked in on I'm like, how do I feel more locked in on my roundhouse and more loose and more like busting loose, you know? And I used to think like stiff is stiff or drivey is drivey.
So I'll try looking for something better to do.
You always get nervous when you're gonna get the final product, you know? Because it's just like, you've done so much work and it's like, do we even change from this last fin? Is there a final product? This can't be it. And then you get the final product and it's just like literally the best. It's better than the last step. It got to a point where the fins were like in the process of it, the fins were like kind of average at first, and we'd hit a couple good and then okay, and then it'd kind of come back, couple good, and then all of a sudden it like hit this point where I was like, okay, this set's really good. let's do this. Boom, the next set's even better. Let's do this. Do you even think we should do it? And then boom, the next set would be even better, you know? So it was like, it was a cool process. See that thing? It's my dream right there. Yeah, that's it right there. They smell good too.